Hello, I'm Miss Benetti. I teach Algebra 1, first period, 7th period, and 8th period.
Hi, I'm Miss Johnston. I teach Algebra 1, 4th period, and 5th period.
And I'm Miss Manrose, and I teach Algebra 1, 2nd period, and 3rd period.
Cool. And we just wanted to go through what a general day will look like for your students. They're going to open up Google Classroom on their student Chromebooks at the start of the period, and they're going to use this awesome resource called Class Kick for a daily opener. What's awesome about Class Kick is that we can see in real time what the students are writing or what they're typing or what they're doing to solve their opener question, and we can give immediate feedback. So it's pretty cool. Then once the opener is done, we go through it as a class. They'll close their Chromebooks and do notes on paper. Everyone will have a packet that they will fill out on paper. Super exciting. Then once notes are finished, we'll open up the Chromebooks again, go back to Class Kick on that same Class Kick, and then there's going to be another slides that will be the exit slip that they'll work on. We'll go through it, and then hopefully they'll have some time to work on their homework. Their homework will be also linked through Google Classroom using traditionally this program called MXL. There may be other days where we have something on a Desmos or another resource, but for the most part, it'll always be on MXL. What's great about Class Kick is it'll also have a link to the videos that we used last year. So if a student is absent or just needs a refresher or missed something, needs to watch it again, it'll be there for them, which is really cool as well. We also wanted to go through some student expectations. I'm not going to read all of them for you. If you want to pause and read them, or these are my expectations that I had on my syllabus. So it's the same thing that you would see. The biggest thing that I want to point out is number 4, following all school policies. This year, that includes right now wearing a mask. So students, for the most part, we've had a couple days already, have been pretty good with keeping their mask on, but especially over their nose. And, if they need to take a drink of water or something, they quickly remove it, take a drink, put it back. Perfect. No big deal. All right. The biggest issue that I do want to talk about, though, is the cell phones and electronic usage. I know last year with remote learning, cell phones were a part of school all day, every day for kids. It was very rare to have a student that put their phone down to pay attention to a computer screen where their teacher was. So we want to make sure that kids are getting back to that of you don't have your phone out when you're not supposed to. So that's during direct instruction and things like that. Kids can have their phones when they're listening to music during independent work time. But other than that, electronics and other cell phones should be put away. So we're going to work on that immensely this year. The rest of these things are pretty standard, so you can go ahead and pause and read them. But now Miss Manrose is going to talk about the grading.
Grading in Algebra 1, we do have formative and summative categories. So it is a weighted scale. The formative category is 40% of the grade, and that will be homework or journal assignments, participation, small quizzes, some class activities, things like that such. And then the summative grades is larger quizzes, tests, final exams, large projects in that. So there will also be a lesson quiz for each unit. There will be daily homework, whether or not it's in the MXL it's assigned to them, or maybe a Desmos that's been assigned, or also Class Kick. There may be some other resources that we may touch on. But for the most part, you should assume that your child will have homework in math each and every single day. In regards to the summative tests, again, that 60% covers the unit tests as well as the final exam. But again, of course, you can go ahead and read some of that. If a student happens to miss an assessment, they are more than welcome to take their test in the testing center on the following day or whenever they make it back. They can go during their lunch, they can go during their study hall. They just need to make sure that they bring their ID. That's the main thing. Now all they do is they walk in and they say, I'm here to take Ms. Manrose's test, topic 4. They show their ID and then they go sit down and take their test.
So going off of what Ms. Manrose said about we will have homework every day. In the event that your student is absent, they're not able to come to class that day, it's their responsibility to check Google Classroom, see what they missed in class, see what notes they need to make up, and then see what homework they need to turn in upon their return to class. We would also like to mention that an assignment calendar is provided to students. It's actually on the front page of their note packet. Thank you.
I was like, I got one too.
So it's always accessible to them. It is subject to change, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent right on the front page of their packet. I would also like to mention that students are able to go to the library during one of their study halls or lunches and get math help from various math teachers. I am in tutorial second period, so if any of your students got study hall second period, I would love to help them out with any questions, comments, concerns that they have regarding Algebra 1.
Excellent. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions about anything. Always looking forward to a great year. See you later. Yay, math!